Okay guys, so today we're going to look at how we created a video montage, which hopefully we can send on to parents. So I will do this in two parts, and the first one being the creation of the video, and then part two of the video might explain how we could send this out to parents, maybe using our Google Drive or something like that. So first things up, I'm going to connect my device to my computer. So in this case here, it's an iPhone that I'm using. And hopefully that will have picked up the sound of being plugged into the system there. In order for us to find where our files are on our iPhone, we would need to open up our File Explorer. And on this then, you'll see under this PC, okay, you'll see down here, I've got my iPhone. So I can left click twice on my iPhone. There. Here's my internal storage. I beg your pardon, that didn't come. Oh, sorry, I have to. Yeah, that's right. If this doesn't come up initially, you have to open your phone and then allow the device to access it. Okay, so enter in your code, and then once you get access to it, which I've just given it there, and I go back into my PC, there's my Apple iPhone, click into it there. Now I can get access to my camera. So this is DCIM, and you'll generally see, for the most part, that these are going to be dated. Okay, so up here at the very start, this is 2012, so this is a photo from 2012, and 05, which would be the 5th month of that year, which is May. So if you scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see the most recent photos will be here, so 2022, and then 11 for November. So that's a rough way, and most phones, how you'll be able to find where you're looking for the most recent ones being down at the bottom, and hopefully if you have a work device, after you've used these and maybe either transferred them onto a laptop or you've put them into whatever program it is, there's a good chance you're probably deleting them anyway. So it shouldn't be as cumbersome as this. So that's now how I've found my photos that I'm just going to want to use for this video editor. I can now go on ahead and open up the video editor. So if I scroll down to the bottom and I type in video, you'll see video editor pops up. And if I left click on that, it will bring you into a screen like this. For our first time using it, it may ask us to download this Clipchamp or something like that. We can ignore that. We don't really need it. But once we get to see this middle part here, which says new video project, I'm good to go. So I'm going to left click on the new video project, and it'll bring me into a screen like this where it'll ask me to name my video. So I'm going to call this Explore Video Test. I've done a few of these in class, and just call it Test 2. And I'm going to press OK. Now, if at any stage I want to change the name of this video, I can go up here to the top, and beside my pencil key here, I can left click on that, and I can change it to video 3, video 4, video whatever it is that you guys want to name it. So obviously it might be Halloween fun or Christmas fun or whatever else you want for your group. So now that I have my video titled, I now need to create my storyboard. So my storyboard is down at the bottom. This is where all our images are going to go to create the video. And in order to do that, I need to put my photos into the library, into the video editor library. So this is where I need to get access to those photos that are on my iPhone. So if I click add, and I'm going to go from this PC, I'm going to go into this PC here again. I'll see my Apple iPhone. I can log into it again, and now I can find my photos. So in this case here, I'm going to try and maybe pull off a few photos from 2000, and let's see what's in here. I've got a couple of photos. I'm going to need more than that. Oopsie daisy. This PC. So I'm just going to go to a recent folder here. Okay. So this is opening up all my files. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so I can see them better. And I'm just going to pick some random files that I have in here. All right, so I'm going to pick this file here. And then for all the other files that I want to click, a quick way of me doing this is if I press the control button CTRL and I hold it, I can then left click on my mouse on any other positions I want or any other photos I want you to say, and it will begin to bring these photos in. So I'm randomly selecting a few photos here. So go down there, try not to have anything that's too personal in it. I'll go to, no, don't need any of them. There's one of me wearing a silly hat. I might need to turn that. That might be a good exercise to do. Do I have any other ones? I'll put in this one here because it'll also give me something nice to demonstrate. I'm going to stick in maybe this and then a couple more here at the end. I'll go with there's one there that seems random. That seems random. Okay. So I've now selected a whole bunch of photos here. You'll see all the ones that I've selected are kind of highlighted in blue. Right? And if I press open, these are all then going to be added into my library. And so once they're added into our library, we'll be able to begin the process then of adding them to our storyboard. Now, it usually doesn't take this long to add them in, but they've all come in there. There might be a video or two in it, and that's probably what delayed it, okay? That seems to be a video there, but that'll do no harm to put it in. So I might choose some of these photos that I don't want in there. So I now, seeing these maybe a little bit closer up, I definitely know I don't want this photo in there. That's an old school photo that we had. I've got a couple of videos in here. I won't use this one, but I'll use the other one. So I can select and unselect the photos that I want within here. Okay, so I'm going to untick that one there as well. And so the rest of these that are ticked, I can now place in my storyboard. And you'll see then that they all get put down into the bottom here of our storyboard. Okay, so I can see straight away that this one here is 3 seconds, 3 seconds. So any of the photos that initially get put in, they're all set for a timer of 3 seconds. In the case of this, it's a movie, and that movie is actually lasting 15 seconds in length. So if I want to play that full movie, I might leave that as it is. Here's another one where it's 14 seconds in length. So this one here is just an airplane going over. I don't want it. So I'm going to now click on that, and I'm going to delete that from it. So I go over here to my bin button, which will remove it. So I've got my video, and everything else is kind of running through at 3 seconds each, 3 seconds each, all the way to the end. So I might be quite content with that, okay? And maybe for a few of them, I might want to make the image last a little bit longer. So for these first 4 or 5, if I want, I can click duration, and I can change that up to maybe 4 seconds if I want. So that goes to 4 seconds, I hit enter, and you'll see now at the bottom, these have all changed to 4 seconds in duration. And then at the end, they're still remaining as they are, as is my video. Okay, so we're nearly there. All we have to do is to add a bit of music and then some title cards. So the simplest way to add music to this is to turn around. I'm actually going to delete this one here because you don't need to know what my body fat percentage is. So I'm going to delete that there. I've deleted more than one. Okay, which means I need to put back in a photo. So I'm going to put him back into here. I had selected a few more than I planned there. That goes back into there. That can go back into there. And maybe, yeah, that'll do fine for the moment, okay? So I've got my few here. So these seconds have gone back in because the default is 3 seconds. So again, I can go 1, 2, 3, change the duration, move that back up to 4 seconds and hit enter. Okay, and I'm going to unclick these 3 so I don't make that same mistake again if I wanted to remove any. So what I want to do now is add in a title card. So this has obviously been maybe a particular Halloween event. So I'm just going to call this one here. And I'm going to add a title card. So that will go to the front. And then I'm going to stick in some text. All right. Now, if it's a case of when your title card went in because you clicked on a previous picture, it's here, you can just left click and hold and drag it to the position that you want in there. And with this title card, I can play around with it. So I want to add some text to it, which will bring me into it. I can initially change the background color if I want. I can change it maybe to a green if I prefer that. And then up here, I can begin to change the text. So you'll see here where my mouse has gone to the top right. I can change that to mixed photos of family fun. And again, I can play around with the theme by changing it here on this right hand side to joy, to classic. I liked adventure. It seemed to come off as being a nice one for me. And again, I can change the position underneath where I lay that out. Okay, so it can be center, right, whichever it is that you want. Okay, I quite like that one there. So mixed photos of family fun. And I can see here that I want that to maybe start from the start and go all the way through to the end. So if I press play here, it'll show me what this looks like from the start, just because I've got an animation in it. So you'll see that comes in. and it stays there right until the end. So I'm happy enough with that, and I press done. Okay, sets in at the start, and then I'm going to want to maybe put in a thank you at the end. All right, and there's two ways in which I can do this. So if I scroll to the end, I can turn around and I can insert another title card. Okay, and as you can see, when we've put that in, it's just the other side of our last photo. So I move it across. Again, I can change the text and I can say, thanks to everyone for watching. Have a great Christmas holidays. Okay, so again, I'm going to want that to come in from the very start of it. And I'm going to press done. Because I've got a bit of writing in that, the 3 seconds may not be long enough for it, so I might give it a little bit longer. So I click on that, and I might change its duration, and I might change it just to 5 seconds in that case, and I hit enter, and I can see down there that that's changed there. All right. So that would be the first part of adding our title card. And the last thing that I want is to put in some music. So there is some background music that comes with these that are just standard ones. So on any of these, if I press play, you'll see the music pop in. Apologies for the volume of it. Okay, see if I can get something a little bit softer. Let's see what this happy beat is. Oh, sorry, I've gone all the way down to music. It'll just probably take a second to come through. So there's our happy beat music, and I might just choose that one. It's a fairly standard one. For this time, I'm not going to sync it with the music. If you've got a lot of images in it, maybe 50, 60 images, sometimes that's quite handy. It'll be something like if there is a beating in the drummer, it goes bump, bump, bump. It'll go through 3 photos quite quickly rather than syncing it. So it will change your timings when you sync your video to music. And that's just a personal choice, but play around with that option. So I've selected this happy beat. I'm going to press done, and that's inserted now. And I can see that the duration of my video is coming in at around 58 seconds. Okay, so maybe 50, 59 seconds if you're rounding it up. And if I want to see what my video looks like, I can bring this back to the start. Okay, I'm going to just expand it so we can see it a little bit clearer. And this is a test run of my video. Put the volume down. You can take him around to a town, thank you if you want. Okay, so that's my video done, and I might be, quite happy with that.